So putting, real simple. There's two things you have to do. Aim the ball where you want to go, right? So that goes with green reading. It also is, can you actually aim the putter where you want it to go? Okay, actually sounds really simple, but very difficult to get going. Okay, so green reading, aim, and then distance control. I would say for most people, 90% of their putts need to be distance control. You want to really learn that and focus on that, because what I see happen quite a bit is somebody will they'll read the green fine, and they leave the putt maybe 15 feet short or blasted by. So whatever you did to read the green didn't matter because you didn't get the speed correct anyway. Okay, so you'll notice that if you can get really good at distance control, because I think everybody here is probably 2 putts would be good, make some more 1 putts would be really good, but for the most part we want to eliminate any 3s or 4s if they're happening, right? So just kind of learning how, when I get inside that 15-foot, maybe actually I should say 10 feet and in, maybe making some of those. I know, I'm trying to say, what should my expectations be for you guys now? But once you've gotten outside of like that 8-foot putt, a lot of that is just distance control, manipulating the putter. So you're not moving it around when you're coming through. Or sometimes you may just need to make a change of how you grip it. You know, like for instance, if I always hit putts left of this little cup here, what could be happening to my hands? Like I might be just turning the putter over, right? Like as I'm coming through, I'm just either I don't like my line, or maybe my right hand keeps doing like that. So you can take your right hand maybe and put it more on the side. You have to figure out personally what helps you keep the putter blade really square. Okay, so it's the 2 words, square and solid. If I'm going to make more short putts, that putter blade has to stay perfectly square, and I have to hit it right in the middle of the putter face. So that does require sort of a grip or a grip pressure that allows me to do that.
Question.
This hand, just to kind of get a little technical with putting, this hand, the top one, you really want it sitting. See how it's sitting in my, so if you look at your hand, there's the 2 pads right here. You want it going right there. Okay? So you gotta find a putter that feels like it can kind of sit right in there.
Put it right there.
Okay? And then your right hand is, again, kind of a personal preference, because people do a lot of different things. Like I kind of overlap mine on the side. I will say the more you can get it on the side of the putter, it's usually better than if you're on the top. Okay? So like that's a great grip right there, Bob. That's excellent. So we're just kind of looking for something that you feel like I can really control my putter face to where it doesn't move right or it doesn't move left. Because you're either doing it mentally because you're not lined up, right? Or you're doing it because there's something in your grip that just is going to be naturally wanting to do that. Okay? So again, like today, if you're finding, wow, I'm doing all these drills and everything keeps going right, maybe I need to check to see if something's in. Nick and I can help you with that. So ball control skills, like we talked about yesterday in short game. How do you control your ball flight? Loft of the club, backswing, and a constant rate of motion, right? Which I know that could be a little hard for some people. So meaning I'm not going to hit harder, I'm not going to hit softer, I'm going to keep a constant rate of motion or a tempo, right? So putting, we can't change the loft, right? And we don't want to change our tempo. You want to develop a signature tempo. So do you guys watch like Brant Snedeker? Everybody know?
Oh, yeah.
His putting is like, he just pops it. He's done that his whole life. That's his tempo. And then there's other guys on tour that are longer and slower, right? And you had a good Tiger look like he would kind of go hard and just hit it in there. Just develop a tempo that you feel like, I like that. I can control that, okay? And then the way you make the ball go different distances would be the length of your stroke. So a lot of times we're standing over a downhill putt going, don't hit this too hard, and then what happens? You just, yeah, or you just like totally whiff it, you know, like, so when you're standing over any putt at all, you want to keep that tempo. But let's say you have a downhill putt. Let's say from just here to the camera, and that's downhill, okay? Let's pretend it is. So in order to make up for the downhill part of it, the thing you can adjust is actually pretend the hole is shorter. So I'm going to keep the same tempo, but I'm going to pretend the hole is here instead of there, okay? Again, and use your imagination that this is downhill. So if I'm here, I'm not going to go, I got to hit this softer because it's downhill. I'm going to use my same tempo, but my focus will be more here, like I pretend the hole is here, but it's really there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And some of the putts you guys have here, I mean, I've even had some putts where I'm like, it's halfway to the hole because it's so severely downhill. So that's how you can adjust the difference. Or again, if you have an uphill, just pretend the hole is past it a little bit, but use your same tempo. Okay, does that make sense? So a couple of these drills, you're gonna get a little bit of that, and then when we go and actually practice it on a real green, same thing, you can kind of visualize where should the hole actually be. Do you guys have any questions about technique, what you were just doing just now? So solid, square, and then we have to learn how to control distance through a signature tempo and just changing the amount of backswing.